Welcome back to another Satisfactory video here on the channel. My name is SV and we are building out our factory. Last episode we were working on finishing up copper, getting it over here, and while we wait for concrete, I think it's a great time to work on our mini factory, because what I want to kind of do here is, well, we might have to expand this one more over. Yeah, we're going to expand this one over. Holy cow, like this lighting is so crazy. And I'm going to actually steal a little bit of this and this, and we're manually going to craft some iron plates, because we're running low and there really isn't a good solution for this right now. No, we have no space. Great. Actually, there's something I wanted to research, right? Nutrients, berries. There. That should help a little bit. And well, I finished a lot faster than I expected. And that's also what she said. Here we go. See, I'm only doing this now because we could sit there and wait for iron plates to finish, or we could just craft a whole bunch of them ourselves. And this is beneficial because we can do this without sacrificing the reinforced iron plates, which we're going to need a lot of when this changes to a Mark II belt factory. So temporary hurdle here to do this, and I know it's maybe not the most fun thing to watch, but you know, sometimes you need to do stuff like this. Color cartridges, I can already start building them. Might do that in anticipation of the customizer TM. Alright, let's... I have a thought for something here. I think this is... I'm going to build a super temporary solution to our problem. Actually, this is kind of perfect. Didn't even think about this. Why don't I just get a miner? We're just going to super quickly build out an iron plate. What are these lined up to? This lined up to that? No. Okay. So can we actually line this up? Satisfactory? Like, is that lined up? Or is it just because this miner is like off a little bit? That's what it was. Yep. Okay, I was like, how does that already have 100? So, temporary solution here, as with everything right now, just to get the ball rolling on additional iron plates. So I need 4 constructors now. course there's a frickin' pole there. Okay, I have a thought here. Bear with me while I plan this out a little bit. So it's 20, 20, 20, so that's 80 coming out, which means we could put them all on one Mark II line. Mark 1's going in. Yep. And a Mark II. Oh, very, very clean, you know? Okay. And what about all of this? Well, we're going to merge all these together. And so this is going to be... I don't even have the iron plates to do this. Well, here's what we're actually going to do to combat this a little bit. Okay, so those are going to be making iron ingots, which is great because we need a bunch of those. Then we'll turn those into iron rods. But steal the iron ingots out of there. And then, okay, so this is going to be 30, 30, so 60, so this is going to be, we can still keep this a Mark 1. This is going to need to be a Mark 2. And then that's a Mark 2. And then we're doing splitters. Still no backup here, which makes complete sense. It's not going to be a backup yet. I may have just like stumbled upon, well, I don't think that this is the appropriate ratio. I think we're probably talking about too much because this is not always full. It seems like it's either just barely enough or just too little. But soon we'll be swimming in iron plates and it'll help us with establishing further stuff. So, temporary setbacks. That's 30, 30. That's a 60 line. These are 30s. That should be a 120 line. Okay. Now we're doing splitters. And we're splitting here. And then this is a 120 line. This can be 60s. That can be 60. And then we're going to loop all the way around over here. And then these will be splitter. And actually we're just going to do that kind of dirty for right now. Are you kidding that I don't have enough to connect it to there? Let's set these to iron plates and then we got to get power going on them so they could actually start working ASAP. Okay. So we're going to get some iron plates here soon. And then they're going to go right into to this box. I think that should be enough to actually connect this to here. And now our line is fully functional. So we have a dedicated iron plate build. I mean, we had one up there, but Now we have a real one. So temporary little setup. Sorry I went through that super quick, but need to sometimes to knock something out. Make sure we have a good plan moving forward. And now we should have decent iron plate production in addition to decent concrete. Not great on the concrete front. I think a second line would be super beneficial. But that's actually better than I expected right there. And then have to now start going back in and working through our copper here in just a moment. Let's get some newly created. Look at that. Look at that, 53. Remember how long it was taking us to craft that many? Okay, so it's only 2 iron plates per and 5 concrete per, so not terrible. I have an idea. We're gonna make this. Can I go that far? Okay, we'll get rid of that one. We might make this like a centerpiece for starter base. So I'm going to build a little temporary copper factory here while we rework everything else. Okay, I have that. We need iron plates is what we need. I think concrete we're good on right now. Yep. And that's the whole point of this space here. Okay. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Cover girl, as they say. Okay, so let's get some lines coming down. It's a Mark II line is what we want. Some texture glitchiness there for a second if you noticed. Such a weird noise coming from the... yeah, that's okay. There's a really weird noise coming from that thing. Okay. So here... I'm good with the lines being like this. So let's just start right here. And it's going to be, so if we're getting 120 out, I think this is also a 30 per smelter ratio. Yep, 30. Let's preload it. Okay. And let's actually get these like right on top of each other. So 4 for one line. Oof, look how close we were. One more. Okay, so these are all copper. And give that there. And this one doesn't have any, so go ahead. And let's front load these. Cleared out that inventory. Okay, so line number 1. You're going to come over here and we're going to split you up. That's right, I didn't have them lined up like that. 2, 3. And then we just need Mark 1s. Basically, through the whole thing. Okay, and then that works. So let's actually figure out power on this. Those all lined up? They are. I'll do that and that. These are all working now. And then this line is literally just going to come over. And then we're going to feed it just like we did. Here? Is that correct? Nope. Some of these arrows are like legit confusing me. No more, yep. We're all out. Let's go back to our temporary iron plates. Look at that. 320, are you kidding me? It's like we knew what we were doing. Great. And then this one can come all the way over here. And like that. And now these are being fed. Now it's still going to be 2 lines into some constructors. So pull a constructor here for me, and then we're going to actually do 3. How many? So we need 15. Ugh, these ratios, let me tell you. So 4 of them for 60. Yeah, 4 of them for 60. Which, like, if I can combo these 2, I can get that into there. We're definitely going to be in an overkill mode here, because I don't want... Wait, how did those get misaligned? Oh, it's because that one is like that. So let's just start this here. And how much you want to bet we run into that power pole? Do we? It's actually looking like we're okay. So what am I doing here? So this is going to be intake 60 copper. This takes 60 copper. We're producing 240, so we're only using half right there. Oh, I just thought of something. So it's 2 per one of these for wire. 2 per 1. What about copper sheets? 20, of course. Just an even more annoying recipe. I don't like this. Let's think about how we can handle this. Kind of a temporary solution, so I'm really beating myself up for nothing. So like, actually, that's exactly it. It's a temporary solution, and we're gonna have overkill there. But who cares? Because that and that. So these are gonna be our cable. Because cable takes 60 in and spits out 30. And these are gonna produce 2 lines of 60. Alright, how did this get so misaligned? Oh my goodness, what is happening? I guess it just happens just like I misclicked right there. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So, here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make 2 lines, so we're gonna split this up into 4 and 4 of mergers. Okay, great, we can't because didn't factor in enough clearance. So guess what? It's gonna be 1 line of 120 all the way through. And it's gonna be vastly inefficient, but we don't care at this point. I don't have the energy to redo that entire thing right now, as we're going to redo it here shortly anyway. Okay, so just standard Mark 1s all the way across the board here. Then we're going to switch to Mark 2s right here. Even though we might not have needed it the entire way, but who cares? And then here, we're just going to split it every step of the way. And then, yeah, Mark 1s. And same thing, we're going to use Mark 2s for the middle, even though that's probably not necessary. Oh, we have them right now, so might as well use some of them. And all of this is going to get torn up here soon. This is going to be cable, or wire, I mean, across the board. Okay, wire is what I wanted, wire. Okay, and then here, we're just going straight in there. Then this is going to be our cable production. So we're going to merge all of these together. I'm kind of shocked that I have not run out of materials for mergers. I always feel like I run out of material for mergers. How much comes out of this? 30. So we can do tier 1s. Yep, and then here we'll switch to, yeah, that's fine. And then here we'll just put a splitter to get the cable. Let me tell you, this like switching for belts just by tapping E is low key, like probably the best feature of this. Because before you'd be able to do like a radial like this, which is fine, but it takes longer, you know, so it's not quite as efficient. And then here, what we're just gonna do, I don't have any boxes nearby to pluck. Yep. We're gonna do a merger here. And how much cable comes out of this? 30. Okay, was that backwards? I don't understand. What's happening here? Was that not the exit? Somehow this became the exit? Okay. Back to it. Oh man, it's freaking out. See, and it's not aligned with this one, like, there? Okay. No power on any of those. We'll fix that in a moment. Let's actually fix it for some of these here. That's misaligned. See? But whatever. At this point, we are just moving and grooving. To get this temporary factory up and running so that, yep, so this should be wire coming in to be turned into cable, which we already have the output for. And then here, this is all going to get combined, and so that's 30 wires, so we can actually just merge it all onto one Mark II line. And so that should be good there. And then we'll just do Mark 1s all the way here up until there, and then Mark 2s. Easy. Copper wire and cable. Okay. So those are done, and the nice thing is now that like the copper lines are running the way that they are, we can feed them directly into what will be our next main factory. So let me talk about what I'm thinking. First, I think it will start here at this line going up. So all of these will be outside of the quote-unquote new factory. Even that limestone I'll probably bring down this way and feed it in. But we'll run it via, so we're gonna create some walls. Ooh, we got plenty of iron plates now. So here's what I'm thinking. Because they give you basic walls now. We're gonna... yeah, we'll do 4 high. Okay. And then since I don't really have a good way of getting up there just yet, we're gonna build this temporary ramp just to get up here to start work. And see if that limestone node is legit right here. I do like that there's quartz right there. Oh, I see a slug up there. We'll go grab that while we're at it. Like we might call the video at that point as well, but... Oh, there's the limestone. Okay, so a little further than I expected. Interesting. Not terrible, though. Probably a good idea for us to go back and revisit, make sure that the power is okay. Is it up here? Do I have to do a little bit of Skyriming? Okay. A little bit of Skyriming later, and I got myself a blue slug. This might be a good overview of what we're talking about. So let's look at it from up here. Oof, okay. So we've got our basic factory set up. Everything is pretty clean and the ratios are, for the most part, right outside. Ignore copper, because that's temporary, but all the other ratios and also the reinforced iron plates, that's not correct. What I'm going to do is bring the next floor to this height. So then we'll have that that's where our constructors will live. Okay. And yeah, that was like super weird. What kind of clearance is it encroaching there? I don't get it. Okay. So this is where our constructors will live. And oh, I had a thought, because we've got a pretty big open space here for a factory. Got water down there. What if we build this out and like that way? And so this becomes our main floor for the factory. We also don't mess with Mr. Moth. And then we just break everything out into separate buildings. I like that idea a bit more, I think. So that's, I think, what we're going to run with. Either way, this is factory floor primary, I guess. And so we'll be working in the dark now, underneath there from now on. But bringing, so this bottom floor can be our smelting floor for these temporary pieces. Again, all of this is still our temporary base, like none of this is our final. But we can smelt down here, bring the pieces up with a spine maybe on that side. So everything feeds into there, then up, and then we start branching off into buildings, one for iron plates, one for iron rods, and so on and so forth. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. Alright, before we call it, let's double check on power. Make sure we're good so it doesn't break. But cable is looking good. Wire is looking good. Like for as minimal time as that's been up and running, that's really good. Iron plates are good. And then this is our 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just take 8. Definitely not going to need to fill them all up, all the way up, but better to be over prepared. So once we get smart splitters, I want to do something that I haven't done in a while, where I just want like one box that's my get rid of stuff box, and then everything goes into that, and then it gets split to where it needs to actually go. So this... Oh, we are out of both. Okay, so this is leaves. And then that's wood. Great. Then we can dump that in there. Boom. Any research we can start on the MAM? See, I always do this, like I said. I'm like, oh, we're going to end the video here, and then we literally don't end it for way longer. Nope. Okay. Well, I think this is a good spot to end it, though. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you've got any feedback on the build, drop a comment, and then don't forget to subscribe to see more Satisfactory and currently Oxygen Not Included gameplay. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.